Welcome back to the Armchair Generals.
where we talk 40K's news, tactics, and lore.
And so much more. We hope you enjoy the video.
Welcome back to the Armchair Generals. Thank you for joining us today. As always, I am Crash, and with me is Novastar.
How's it going, everybody?
And today we've got a upcoming Games Workshop preview. So the preview isn't today; it's coming up on the 21st on Saturday, and I know I'll be up. Unfortunately, Nova may be with me. But going to do some live reactions to that. But we were going to do a little speculation on what we think we are going to see.
So what did it say? It was the Decadence and Decay was the subtitle. So, I mean, that just screams out Slanesh and Nurgle, right?
Definitely does.
We know that December is going to be the release of the Death Guard Codex. So I'm just going to say that's probably a real safe bet that they're going to show that off. We know there's a new captain-like model for the, I guess it's a Lord of Contagion coming out for them. Just maybe they're going to get a couple more releases. I do know that my local store just got the Space Marine Hero Series 3, which is all Death Guard, like Death Guard unique sculpts.
They are good sculpts.
The sorcerer from that one is so much better than the one from the old Dark Imperium box where he's like blowing flies out his mouth.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, the one that's in the Space Marine Heroes set is much cooler looking.
Yeah, I was looking at them a little bit. They're good sculpts. I mean, they're gross. They're Death Guard. They're Death Guard. They're going to be gross, but the sculpts are nice.
Right.
Yeah, the preview does say it's going to cover some AOS and Warhammer Underworld, some Necromunda, some Middle Earth, and some 40K. So no Blood Bowl in there. Well,
I don't know what they'd show off for Blood Bowl because the new box set was just on pre-order this weekend.
I didn't say they sold out lickety split.
A few of the aspects of it did, like the Blood Bowl novel sold out really quick, which in turn made like the big special release that includes all of it sell out. And like the tree men with the squirrels in it sold out.
Well, I mean that's awesome. I love to see the side games thriving like Blood Bowl and Necromunda. It's always great to see. Maybe we'll get our Battlefleet Gothic or whatever it's going to be back sometime soon.
Well, that'd be fun. I love playing Battlefleet Gothic.
I've got my Eldar fleet actually right at my feet right here, and my Eldar with the orc ships I had acquired as well.
I wish I had my Chaos fleet, and I swear, out of my 4 ships in that fleet, only one ever did work. The other 3 just took hits. But it was the sticks with the lances. The thing would just destroy people's fleets. And the other ships would be like, yeah, I guess we got nothing to do.
I blasted that thing to high heaven with my dang Eclipse cruisers, and it just never went down and just hammered everything.
No, I lost all the other ships multiple times, but I don't think I ever lost that stick ships in a game.
I don't think so.
It was blessed by the Dark Gods for sure.
There was a couple games where I threw everything at it just to take it off.
Like you're going down.
Like a revenge mission, and it just would not die. But your other ones were just like regular ships, but that boy.
No, I don't remember what the equivalent of the save was, but like I could pass every save for that sticks, but the other ships just went down. They would pop, they would implode, they would have warp breaches.
Oh, I would love to see some ships now with their newer modeling capabilities.
That'd be super tight. I know it's not official, but they don't make them, so it's not too bad. But there's a group who do Horus Heresy Battlefleet Gothic, and so they were like have designs of the ships that they'll give you the files and you can 3D print them. So you have like each legion's like custom flagship and stuff like that. It's really cool.
That's cool.
They did a super duper good job.
I don't see a problem with that since Games Workshop currently doesn't support that game.
Right. And I don't think they sell the files either. They just give them to whoever wants them.
So they're not making money. So then it's, yeah. Now I want to play some Battlefield Gothic. But
I think it started off because they wanted to do epic 40K, but in 30K. So they were making designs of like the Fellblade and the Sickern tanks. And then people are like, well, let's do Battlefield Gothic too. It's like, yeah, okay.
Epic's another game I'd like to see come back. That and War Master.
I know our friends at Frontline Gaming, almost every time they talk about Titanicus, they're like, just bring on the infantry and the planes, just combine it.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yep.
I'm in full agreement with them.
Every time they talk about Titanicus, yeah. They're like, or you could just add some tanks and infantry and call it Epic.
Exactly.
I agree, though. I'd love to see Epic come back, get those big, huge wars. So it would be nice to see. Wouldn't that be something to see, like in the preview box there, where it shows what's going to be previewed, and it just popped up Battlefield Gothic, 40K Epic.
That would be super cool.
But yeah, I'm sure we're going to see some Death Guard with the Death Guard Codex coming out, and with all the Slaanesh and Marathi focus in AOS, I'm sure that's the Decadence. Is some kind of.
I want to say Emperor's Children supplement, but I mean, you need a Codex Chaos first, right? So
yeah,
it really wouldn't work.
Well, I mean,
but it's definitely probably because if you've been keeping up with it in the Broken Realms Marathi, it's kind of like the AOS version of Psychic Awakening. Since AOS came out a number of years ago, Slaanesh has been trapped and bound by all the elf factions. They've been basically gut punching her. So he spits up all the elf souls, and they've been reconstituting that into the elven races. Well, Slaanesh finally breaks free. So I'm probably a lot of Dark Prince stuff is going to be coming out, or at least talked about.
It would be really cool to see some advances and enhancements of the Slaanesh lines, like we've gotten for the other Chaos Gods. I would love to see the Emperor's Children get their own supplement. That would be really, really cool.
It's so good.
I don't know why they wouldn't. They should give the Khorne Berserkers. They did the Khorne Berserkers in the past. The
Khorne Demonkin?
Yeah.
But it wasn't World Eaters, so it wasn't as good.
It wasn't.
It was still cool, but it wasn't as good.
But I mean, we have Death Guard. We have Thousand Suns. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't just give us World Eaters and Emperor's Children as well.
Right.
Space Marines have had Dark Angels, Blood Angels, and Space Wolves with their own codexes for ages. But
I mean, look, the Space Marines were like a band. They all went off to do solo projects. They got their own codexes forever. They've tightened that up. It's Chaos's turn to do solo projects now. Come on.
That would be pretty amazing though if they announced the Emperor's Children codex.
A whole line of supplements too. Iron Warriors, Alpha Legion, Night Lords.
More than likely it's going to be Age of Sigmar, which, that's fine. Maybe some Warhammer Underworld, since we did get that one Slaanesh ban.
Oh, that's true. And I know they released that Daughters of Cain versus Heathen Knights box, and the Slaanesh Lord in that is really cool looking.
Yeah. What kind of Necromunda news we're going to get? Maybe Slaanesh Cultist for Necromunda or something? Or Nurgle Cultist?
I know they have that weird... there is like a Chaos Warband in there, and they're like cannibals. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just going to build upon that theme.
Does anybody care about the Middle-earth strategy game anymore?
Look, if I could get someone to play with me, I would buy the box, and I'd play Rohan. It would happen. But where I live, it's hard enough to get just 40K in.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to delete the play pool with more games.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much everywhere right now it's hard to get 40K in. Definitely here. Our local store has their game room closed. You can't even play back there.
Oh, I miss my old store, TBS. They're back to like almost practically normal hours, and people would just come game.
Well, here soon, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully. But yeah, no, I think, I mean, when they do these big previews like this, it's usually pretty good. imagine we'll see some pretty snazzy stuff. I know that's really early for you. It's early for me, but it's, oof. I mean, that's 8 a.m. for me. Oh wait, no, it is 7:45 for me and 5:45 for you. Oh, it's almost 6.
Right.
Live start. Twitch show start. Okay, yeah, live start. Oh, never mind.
And here's something. I still want a Smog the Dragon. It's so awesome.
They would sell a lot of that kit.
No, they've made him. You can buy him.
Oh, you can?
He's expensive. He's like almost $600.
What? It's 500.
I've seen people paint him. He's a huge model.
500 and Games Workshop. Why? And yes, if that's the size of the Bilbo model right there, then that's an enormous model. But still,
Yes, that's the actual size of the Bilbo Hobbit model.
poor Bilbo. I mean, the model looks fantastic. It looks amazing, but $560. Whew.
Yeah, there's a painter on Facebook named Israel Sanchez, and his stuff is literal art. And I've seen him paint up a Smog.
That's the Tau guy you linked me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You could almost cry how good that Smog looked.
Well, I guess the comment for Smog is the same as the comment for those collector's edition books. I wish I was one of the people those were made for.
I want it so bad. You can use him in the game too. He's real powerful.
You put Smog on table, you win game.
I mean, come on. He took out a whole dwarf fortress by himself. He's pretty bad.
I can't even imagine like what you would have to bring to the table to try and take him down.
I don't know if you can use him in normal games. Like, he basically has a Smog scenario where you fight him.
Yeah,
That's my understanding.
Probably like an event game, like something you do at a convention or, an LVO or an Adepticon or something like that. Oh, I bet that would actually be pretty cool though. Do the Smog scenario, run it a few times throughout the week.
Well, we did a mini Smog scenario in more time. Remember that? And Dragon in the courtyard and go out there with some crossbowmen, try to get some treasure.
Look, yeah, Wartime was a good game too. I mean, it was basically fantasy Necromunda, but
Oh, 100%.
it was a good game. I like the side games. I'm glad. Like Warhammer Underworlds is cool. I mean, it's not my thing, but I do like the models a lot. But I'm glad to see they're supporting all these side games again. It's been nice because Games Workshop used to have all this side game support going on for all these different games, and I think it made the hobby bigger, as I've mentioned in the past. I think the hobby's been made a lot smaller, but here in the recent past, with 8th and 9th edition, they've been starting to kind of flesh everything back out again and expand the universe once more. So, and not every book that comes out is a Space Marine book anymore.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Lord of the Rings, when I went to go pick up my Space Wolf supplement, I'm not gonna lie, he had Eomor, the character pack. You get plastic on foot and plastic horseback. Mm-hmm. There's also a Gandalf with Pippin.
Yeah.
God, I was like looking at those. I'm like, these are so cool. I want these.
Yeah, I mean, Games Workshop makes great models.
What is it? The Gandalf pack, you get Gandalf on foot, Pippin on foot, and then you get Gandalf on shadow packs with the option of putting Pippin on there too, as if they're like galloping towards Minas Tirith.
That's cool. I like it. Is it Gandalf the White or Gandalf the Gray?
It's Gandalf the White.
Oh, okay.
In his Super Saiyan form.
Wouldn't that be... Well, no, I guess that's not quite Super Saiyan God. But...
Look, he's a literal angel, okay?
Yeah, he is. Not to delve too deep into Lord of the Rings lore again, but yeah, Gandalf is literally an angel on Earth if you read the Lord of the Rings Bible.
I mean, he's the only one doing what he's supposed to do. The other ones either became a super hippie in the forest. Nothing wrong about being a super hippie in the forest, but if it's not your mission, you fail.
Sure.
And then, one became evil, and then the other two just kind of got lost.
And that's the blues, right?
Yeah, that's the blues.
Um,
They just went off to the east somewhere.
thought there was a yellow as well.
I don't think so. I think there's only 5 Astari.
The white, the gray, the brown, the blues. Kind of sworn there was a yellow. I'll have to look that up. That's not really topical for this conversation.
Look, the Tolkien rabbit hole you can go through with his background is enormous. There's some cultures on this planet that don't have as good of a history as what that man wrote.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And no insult to your culture, but this dude just wrote a lot.
He did. He really, really did.
I mean, I was watching it with my wife, Two Towers last night, and she's like, "Wow, you're speaking Elvish." And then I looked over at her. I'm like, the whole reason he wrote Lord of the Rings, right? She's like, "What?" It's like, because he wrote Elvish and wanted something for his made-up language to live in. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yep."
Made up a language and then was like, I need something for this. Yeah, we could go into a whole many deep dives into Lord of the Rings lore, but this is not a Lord of the Rings channel. Dang nabbit.
One day we might do a Lord of the Rings day.
Um,
And if that's true, you'll see me as Gandalf behind myself.
So Death Guard / very early in the morning preview, Y Games Workshop. Anything you're hoping to see beyond the Emperor's Children?
I'd like to see a new codex map like they did before when they said these are going to be the 3 codexes and 3 supplements coming out soon. And then they said Dark Angels are going to be coming out early, I think January. I want to see what keeps coming, what's more.
Yeah.
I want to know, I want to plan, I just want to see.
Helps us too. Gives us news to talk about.
Right. But also, I'm hoping for models because in 8th, really most factions might have only got a character model. I don't remember big ranges coming out, except for Custodes because they were introduced in 8th.
Primaris.
And that's just Marines. But yes, Primaris range, you're right. But and Sisters of Battle, but
Definitely.
For the most part, most armies just got a codex.
Well, I mean, Primaris
Characters
was touted as a new faction, which it wasn't, but so that was a whole range. Death Guard we knew was going to get a full revamp. A full revamp. But other than those 3 armies, there really wasn't any new orcs. All those dragstas and stuff, weren't those in 8th?
Were those 8th or were those the 7th ones?
I think they were 8th.
They could have been, but
that was still just those. It wasn't like a whole bunch of other new models, like new Orc Boys Games Workshop.
Look, I want Striking Scorpions. I want them now.
Classic Striking Scorpions. That's
right.
I would not argue with a plastic Striking Scorpion preview with a new.
That would be amazing. Striking Scorpions and Crandris. Yes, please.
So
I'll go buy a Wave Serpent Sunday. Right after I hear that, sign me up.
Well, that's kind of our hopes for the upcoming preview. We'll have that up. Should be within an hour or so after that preview. But thank you for joining us today. Until next time, we have been the Armchair General. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell thing, so that you don't miss
the notification bell. Ring it for the Emperor.
Ring it for the Emperor. All right. No quote.
And oh no, you just didn't do it like normal.
Oh, okay.
You have a certain way, and then I go, and remember, in the grim darkness of the far future, there's only war.
There's only war.
Just war. No school. No hobbies. Just war.
Just war.
Thank you for joining us for today's video.
We hope you enjoyed your time with us.
If you did, please remember to smash that like button.
Hit subscribe and click that notification bell.
So you never miss a video from us.
Until next time, we are the Armchair Generals.